Most people think successful people wake up at 4 a.m. They imagine intense morning routines, cold showers, 2-hour workouts, meditation, journaling, reading 10 pages of a book, all before sunrise. But here's the truth. The difference between successful people and everyone else isn't waking up earlier. It's what they choose to do before 9 a.m. Because before 9 a.m., something important is happening. Your attention is fresh. Your energy is still available. And the world hasn't started pulling you in 100 different directions yet. Most people waste this window reacting to messages, scrolling through their phones, and responding to everyone else's priorities. But successful people use this time differently. They don't try to do more. They simply do the few things that matter most. And those small decisions, repeated every morning, quietly put them ahead of almost everyone else. In this video, we're breaking down 5 simple habits successful people practice before 9 a.m. No cold showers. Just practical habits that work whether you're a student, a developer, a business owner, or someone building a better life. Let's get into it. If this is your first time you're watching our videos on this channel, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. If you've already done that, let's get right into today's topic. Number 1. Winners start with clarity. Before 9 a.m., successful people do something that sounds incredibly simple. They decide what matters today. Most people skip this step. They wake up and immediately jump into activity. Emails, messages, notifications, meetings. And before they realize it, the day is already reacting to everyone else's priorities. But winners pause. Not for an hour. Sometimes just 5 minutes. They open a notebook, a planner, or even a simple notepad app. And they write down what they want to accomplish today. This list is not long. It's not overwhelming. It's simply a clear map for the day. Because without clarity, productivity becomes random. And random effort rarely produces meaningful results. A student might write, finish Chapter 3 revision, complete assignment draft, review lecture notes. A developer might write, fix authentication bug, push code update, review pull request. A business owner might write, send proposal, review marketing performance, call potential partner. Different roles, different work, but the same principle. Start the day with clarity. Because once you know what matters, it becomes much easier to protect your time. Number 2. Prioritize the one task that moves everything. After writing their list, winners do something else that most people avoid. They identify the one task that matters most. Not the easiest task, not the fastest task, the most important task. The task that, if completed today, would make the biggest difference. This is what we call a high-leverage task. For a student, it might be preparing for an important exam. For a developer, it might be solving a complex system bug. For a business owner, it might be securing a client. This task often requires focus, which is exactly why many people delay it. Instead, they choose smaller tasks. Checking emails, responding to messages, organizing files. These things feel productive, but they rarely move life forward. Successful people reverse that pattern. They ask one question every morning. If I could only complete one meaningful thing today, what would it be? Then they place that task at the top of the list. Not because it's easy, but because it's important. And importance is what builds progress. Number 3. Start before the world interrupts. Here is another quiet habit that separates winners. Once they identify their priority task, they start working on it before the day becomes noisy, before emails pile up, before social media steals attention, before meetings begin. This window before 9 a.m. is often one of the quietest periods of the day. Your mind is relatively fresh. Your environment is calmer. There are fewer interruptions. Successful people don't waste this window. They use it to move forward on the work that matters most. And even if they only make progress for 30 minutes or 1 hour, that progress compounds over time. Imagine solving one meaningful problem every morning. Imagine writing one page every morning. Imagine learning one concept every morning. 365 days later, the results are extraordinary. And it all started with protecting one quiet hour. Number 4. Limit distractions intentionally. Another subtle difference between winners and everyone else is how they manage distraction. Most people begin their day in reaction mode. Notifications arrive. Messages demand replies. Videos start autoplaying. Before long, attention becomes fragmented. Successful people delay these distractions. They don't pretend the world doesn't exist, but they simply postpone it until after meaningful work begins. Phone notifications remain silent. Social media waits. Emails can wait. Because once focus is broken early in the day, it's difficult to rebuild. Attention is like a muscle. The earlier you train it, the stronger it becomes. Number 5. Build momentum, not perfection. Here's something many productivity videos get wrong. Winners are not obsessed with perfect mornings. They are obsessed with consistent mornings. Some days will feel slow. Some days will feel unmotivated. Some days will feel messy. But progress does not require perfection. It requires momentum. Even a small win before 9 a.m. can shift the entire day. Completing one task creates confidence. Confidence creates motivation. Motivation creates more action. And action creates results. Momentum is the real secret. Why this system works for everyone. What makes these habits powerful is that they apply to almost every lifestyle. A student can do it. A software engineer can do it. A freelancer can do it. An entrepreneur can do it. Because the system is simple. Clarify what matters today. Choose the most important task. Start before the world interrupts. Protect attention. Build momentum. No complicated routines. No extreme schedules. Just a few intentional actions repeated daily. Let's be honest. Success rarely comes from dramatic changes. It comes from quiet habits practiced consistently. Before 9 a.m., winners don't try to conquer the world. They simply make sure the world doesn't conquer their attention. They decide what matters. They focus on what moves their life forward. And they begin before distractions take over. That small window in the morning might seem insignificant. But over weeks, months, and years, it becomes one of the biggest advantages a person can build. So tomorrow morning, try something simple. Open your notebook. Write down what matters. Choose the task that moves your life forward. And start before 9 a.m. If this video helped you, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Remember, small daily habits equals massive life change. This is the growth habit.